Please join me, yai, yai, da, 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 yai, da, 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 yai, da, 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 yai, da, yai, da, yai, da, 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 da. Yai, da, yai, da, yai, da, 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 yai, da, 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 yai, da, 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 yai, da, 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 yai, da, 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 da. Yai da 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 da, yai da 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 da, yai da yai da, yai da 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 da, yai da yai da, yai da. Shabbat Shalom. Thank you for being here in person and those on Zoom, Facebook Live, wherever you're joining us. I'm super excited to be here with all of you leading services. And tonight we're going to sing melodies new, melodies old. And I really hope you came here to sing this evening. Speaking of Hava Nashira, let us sing hallelujah. I feel there is no better song to really get us started off on this Friday evening. Hava Nashira, Hava Nashira, Hava Nashira, let us sing. Join me. Hava Nashira, Hava Nashira, Hava Nashira, let us sing. Come, let us sing. Come, let us sing. Come, let us sing. Hava Nashira. Come, let us sing. Come, let us sing. Come, let us sing. Hava Nashira, Hava, Hava Nashira, Hava Nashira, Hava Nashira, let us sing. Hava Nashira, Hava Nashira, Hava Nashira, let us sing. Come, let us. Come, let us sing. Come, let us sing. Come, let us sing. Hava Nashira. Come, let us sing. Come, let us sing. Come, let us sing. Hava Nashira. Hava Nashira. Hava Nashira, Hava Nashira, let us sing. Hava Nashira, Hava Nashira, Hava Nashira, let us sing. I have the great fortune of also singing music with all the kids as well. I'm Josh, if I have not met you before. Shabbat Shalom. I would love to meet all of you after services to say Shalom. Outside is such a beautiful day. All the kids are playing outside, so I went around to all their hanging out, and we did Shabbat all together. We didn't actually have candles outside, so I'm really excited to actually physically get to light candles with all of you on the Shabbat. And let's see if I can do it while also holding a guitar. So when we usually light the candle blessings, we try to think to ourselves, how did our week go? What can we do better the next week? What do we want to bring in for our Shabbat? If you notice, sometimes we put our arms out wide, we bring it in 3 times. And so I like to remind friends, What are 3 things you want to change for the next week? What can you do different over the next Shabbat? So here we go together. We're going to do a candle blessing. I'm going to bring you 3 things as we close our eyes. And all together, please join me in this bracha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel shaman. Now we open up our Seder Ream and we turn to page 12 for one of my favorite Kab Shab. I don't know if you've ever heard that saying, Kab Shab. It's short for Kabbalat Shabbat, which is my favorite part of Shabbat, really getting us ready for Shabbat. Shalom, Spence, come on in, come join us. So Lechuna Ranana. Lechuna Ranana is one of the psalms used to welcome Shabbat each week. So our goal with this setting is to express the joy of Shabbat, to celebrate God's wonder in our lives, and to give thanks to the marvels of creation. The English verses are designed to capture some of the poetry and key images of the Hebrew text. The music itself is designed to lift us up and move us to sing out to God with everything we've got. Lechun hiranin ha, lai La Adonai, Yai Lai Lai Alalai, Naria, Naria, Yai Lai 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 Lai, Letzor Hishenu, Yai Lai Lai Alalai. Let us sing out to God, the maker of all, sure and strong. Let all of creation, from mountain to sea, hear our song. Lechuna ranana, lechuna ranana, yai lalai, yai lai 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 lai, la Adonai. Yai lai lai yai lai, Naria, yai lai 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 lai, Letzor Hishenu, yai lai lai lai. For all of the wonders in all of God's light, we rejoice. So now let us listen with all of our hearts to hear God's voice. La Adonai, Yai Lai Lai Yai Lai, Naria, Yai Lai 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 Lai, Letzor Hishenu, Yai Lai Lai Yalalai, Yalalai, Yai Lai Lai Yalalai, Yai Lai Lai, Yai Lai Lai. Turn to page 13. We are going to keep on singing because if you have not guessed, I absolutely love singing. Psalm 96, Shirul Adonai, one of my favorite songs. This melody written by Julie Silver. Please join me if you know it. Shirul Adonai, Kol Haaretz, Shirul Adonai, Shir Chadash. Sing unto God. Sing unto God, all the earth, a new song. I will sing unto God a new song. Sing unto God, and we'll all sing along. all the earth a new song unto God. Shiru, Shiru Adonai, Kol haaretz, Shiru Adonai, Shir Chadash. Sing unto God, all the earth a new song. I will sing unto God a new song. Sing unto God, and we'll all sing along. All the earth a new song unto God. Shiru Adonai, Kol haaretz, Shiru Adonai, Shir Chadash. I will sing unto God a new song. One more song before we welcome the Sabbath bride of, well, Shabbat. Romemu, 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 Romemu Adonai Eloheinu, Veishtachavu, Veishtachavu, Lechar Kodsho. Repeat after me. Romemu, 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 Romemu. Nice. Adonai Eloheinu, Veishtachavu, Veishtachavu, Lechar Kodsho. Ki Kadosh, Ki Kadosh, Ki Kadosh. Did I say page 17? Ki Kadosh, Nai Eloheinu, Ki Kadosh, Ki Kadosh, oh, Ki Kadosh, Adonai Eloheinu, Romemu, 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 Adonai Eloheinu, Veishtachavu, Veishtachavu, Lechar Kodsho. And we turn to page 20 to officially welcome the Sabbath bride. Well, if you know me, you always know I drink a little bit of water every 2 seconds because, friends, we are doing so much singing on the Shabbat. We do verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. Let's do this one. That's a good thing about me. I'm just playing here. I can change the melody when I want. See if you know this one. Lecha lecha doti, likrat kala, b'nei b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha lecha doti, likrat kala, b'nei b'nei Shabbat nekabela. La 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 la. Lecha doti, likrat kala, b'nei b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha lecha dodi, likrat kala, b'nei b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Verse 1, Shamor. Shamor v'zachor, b'dibor echad. Yishmi'anu el ha'mi'echad. Adonai echad, u'shemo echad. L'shemo tiferet v'liti, la 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 la. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, b'nei b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, b'nei b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Verse 2, likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, ki mekol habaracha, mirosh mikedem nesucha. Sof ma'aseh b'machshava la 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 la. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, b'nei b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Verse 5. Hitoreri kiva horech kumi hori uri shir zaberi kivod Adonai alayich nikla la 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 lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela la 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 lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Please rise. Verse 9. Boi v'shalom ateret bala gam b'simcha uvetzolha toch emunei am segula. Boi halam lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela la 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 lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. We turn to page 22 as we go to our wow prayer. We think of something this week, maybe even longer than that, something that made us say wow. Does anyone here have something that made them say wow over this past week? Or on Zoom, you can put it in the chat. I got some devices going on here, and I will read it out if I see it come through. And if not, that just means like your whole week was good. It was just one big wow. So I will share, it's very exciting. My mother was in town last weekend, and we had a young family Shabbat, which is amazing, in the parking lot area. And we had Rabbi Queen there, and we had Rabbi Berkman there, and Rabbi Berkman asked, what would you have as a wow moment? And I was really proud of myself and really clever, and I was like, well, if you take wow and you turn it upside down, you get mom. And our kids were like, whoa, no way. So that was my wow moment from last week. So it was very exciting. Yes, take that. You all can feel free to use that. So please join me as we sing all together, Ma Godlu. Oh, I see coming in the chat. Richard Stern, you are so impressed with me stepping up. You're too kind, Richard Stern. I'm happy to be here and do what I love to do, singing with all of you here and on Zoom. And Diane says, my daughter was here from Florida for a week. That's so exciting, Diane. That's awesome. I know for a week, I don't know if it was hotter Florida this past week or hotter here in Boston. It was something else. It felt like we were in Florida. Your daughter probably brought that Florida humidity to Boston for that. So we sing together on page 22 our wow prayer of Magadlu. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Magadlu, Magadlu, Masechaya. Me'od hamku machshevo techa. Please sing any part you like. Magadlu, Masechaya. Me'od hamku machshevo techa. Keep singing it out. Magadlu, Masechaya. מעולמנו מחשבותיך. הללויה, 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 הללויה. We continue on page 24, was welcoming the angels that are going to be with us here on Shabbat. We welcome the Shabbat bride. And now let's welcome those beautiful angels with Shalom Aleichem. If you were lucky enough to join us, oh my goodness, is it already a couple months ago, we had the ever so amazing Nava Tehillah come. And they sang this beautiful melody, Shalom Aleichem. We've really enjoyed singing it, and so I'd love to sing it with you all today. Let's do it all the way up here, friends. Page 24. Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Hasharet, Malachi Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachi Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem leShalom, Malachi HaShalom, Malachi Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachi Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Malachi leShalom, Malachi HaShalom, Malachi Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachi Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Seidchem leShalom, Malachi HaShalom, Malachi Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachi Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. One more time, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Turn to page 26 and join together in Chatzi Kaddish. Yitgada v'yitgada shemei rabbah, be'amati vrachutei ve'almich malchutei, b'chayechon u'vyomechon, u'b'chayedecho beit Yisrael, ba'agala, u'bizman kariv, ve'meru, amen. Yehi shmei rabbah mevorach, le'olam ulam he'amaya, Yitbarach, v'yishtabach, v'yidbar, v'yidromam, v'yidnaseh, v'yidhadar, v'yidhaleh, v'yidhalal, shemei dekudashah, Richu leila min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran me'alma v'imeru. Amen. Please turn to page 28. And please rise as we ask ourselves the question, are we awake? Are we listening? Are we prepared? Yalalai, yalalai, lai, lai, 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 yalalai, lai, lai. Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening? to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Do you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Yalla lie, yalla lie, 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 lie. Barechu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam va'ed, Le'olam va'ed. Yalalai, yalalai, lai, lai, 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 yalalai, lai, lai. We read at the bottom of page 30. Actually, on page 30. Umavir yom umevi laila, umavdil ben yom uve laila, Adonai tzvahot shemo, El chai v'kayam tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai ha'mariv aravim. You may be seated. Let's turn to page 32 for Ahavat Olam. Ahavat Olam Beit Yisrael Amcha Avta Amcha Avta Torah u'mitzvot Chukim u'mishpatim Otanu limadta Otanu limadta Al kein Adonai Eloheinu b'shachbeinu Ufkumeinu nasiach bechukecha Benismach b'divrei Toratecha U'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed Ki hem chayenu Ve'orech yameinu Uvahem negeyomam v'layla Negeyomam v'layla Ve'ahavatcha al tasir Mimenu le'olamim Baruch atah Adonai Ohev amo Yisrael Ohev amo Yisrael Baruch atah Adonai Ohev amo Yisrael. Page 34. Shema Yisrael ומלכותו לעולם ועד. Please join me on page 36 as we chant the Ve'ahavta together. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'eleh asher anochi metzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinatam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shivtecha b'beitecha u'vlechtecha v'derech u'v'shachbecha u'v'kumecha u'kshartam le'od al yadecha v'hayu letotafod b'neinecha Uchtavtam al muzdot beitecha uvisharecha leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'hitem kedoshim le'Elohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim lehiyot lachem le'Elohim ani Adonai Elohechem Adonai Elohechem emet. Turn to page 40. Who is like you? We ask this question. Who is like you, O God, among the gods that are worshipped? Who is like you? Majestic in holiness, awesome in splendor, working wonders. And I really want to focus on those words right there. Who is like you, Adonai? Who is like you, Adonai? Give that a try. Who is like you, Adonai? Who is like you, Adonai? La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. And we sing the Hebrew, Michamocha, Michamocha, Ba'elim Adonai, Mikamocha, Nedar Bakodesh, Norat Tehilot, Osefele, Norat Tehilot, Osefele. Sing the Yalalai. Yalalai, 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 yalalai. You've got it, you've got it. Yalalai, 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 yalalai. Who is like you? Who is like you? Adonai, who is like you? Adonai, one more time, yalalai, fill your space. Yalalai, 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 yalalai. And we switch gears completely as we turn to page 42 for Hashkivenu as we sing the song, at least one of my favorite memories during the summertime when I went to camp. Right before bed, we'd all gather around outside of our cabins, and our song leader at the time would lead us in a beautiful melody of Hashkivenu and Shema right before we got all sent off to sleep. So all I ask is that you don't fall asleep on me, but in fact, join along and sing. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Shalom V'hamidenu Shomreinu Lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Shalom V'hamidenu Shomreinu Lechaim. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. Just go to sleep tonight. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. Just go to sleep tonight. Hashkivenu, Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Shalom V'hamidenu Shomreinu Lechaim. Ushmor Tzeiteinu Uvoeinu Lechaim Shalom Me'ata ve'ad olam. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Shalom V'hamidenu Shomreinu Lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Shalom V'hamidenu Shomreinu Lechaim. We turn to page 44 in the middle of the page. Let's read that English on the bottom of the page. Those who keep Shabbat by calling it a delight will rejoice in your realm. The people that hallow Shabbat will delight in your goodness. For being pleased with the seventh day, you hallowed it as the most precious of days, drawing our attention to the work of creation. I was very fortunate a few months ago to go to Havana Shira, which is a musical conference for a whole bunch of rabbis, cantors, song leaders. If you sing Jewish music or you teach it, you're there. And my favorite part is learning new melodies. And this was a new melody that I learned. It's actually written by a friend of mine for Yismechu. Yismechu v'malchutcha Shomrei Shabbat V'koreh oneg Shabbat Yismechu v'malchutcha. That's the whole thing, give it a try. Yismechu v'malchutcha Shomrei Shabbat V'koreh oneg Shabbat Yismechu v'malchutcha. One more time. Yismechu v'malchutcha Shomrei Shabbat V'koreh oneg Shabbat Yismechu Malchutcha. I lied. We're doing it again. You're doing so well. Yismechu. Yismechu Malchutcha. Shomrei Shabbat. V'koreh oneg Shabbat. Yismechu Malchutcha. V'koreh oneg Shabbat Yismechu v'malchutcha. Please rise as we turn to page 46 for the Amidah. Na 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 Adonai. Na 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 Sfatai Tiftach. Na 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 Ufi Agi. Ufi Agi Teilatecha. Na 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 Adonai. Na 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 Svatai Tiftach. Na 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 Ufi Agid. Ufi Agid Teilatecha. Na 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 Adonai. Na 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 Svatai Tiftach. Na 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 Ufi Agid. Ufi Agid Teilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avoteinu v'Imoteinu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor Adonai, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei Hakol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot V'imahot, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. Page 50. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, מוריד הטעם. מכלכל חיים בחסד. מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים והופך עולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר, מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה ולמען אתה לחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל. Page 52. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלח. ברוך אתה אדוני Ha'el HaKadosh. Please continue reading silently. Osei Shalom Bimroma, bottom of page 62. Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu Ve'al kol Yisrael Ve'meru Amen. Osei Shalom Bimroma Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu Ve'al kol Yisrael Ve'meru Amen. Osei Shalom Bimroma Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu Ve'al kol Yisrael Ve'imru Amen. Osei Shalom from the top. Osei Shalom Bimroma Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu Ve'al kol Yisrael Ve'imru Amen. Osei Shalom Bimroma Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu Ve'al kol Yisrael Ve'imru Amen. Osei Shalom Bimroma Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu Ve'al kol Yisrael Ve'imru Amen. Ve'imru Amen. We come to the part of our service where we ask for healing for those in need. Please turn to page 373. If you have someone here, a loved one in need of healing, please share their name aloud in the chat. I will read it off. I'm going to read those in our congregation. Joseph Siegel, Richard Halpern, Karen Landman, Lindy Lieberman, Joyce Golden, Linda Hoffman, Esther Neshama, Karen Weber, Judy Shepro, Naomi Fisher, Cassandra Warshowski, Jeffrey Colt, Joseph Siegel, Glenna Bub. Are there any other names to share? Yes, Spence. Amen. And on Zoom, Larry said Liesel, Allen, Susan, Jerry, and Diane said Judy Trojan. Sometimes we sing the words of Meshaberach. But there's this blessing that Moses prayed over his sister Miriam as she had a horrible, horrible disease known as leprosy. And he said these words to God, El na refan Allah, dear God, heal her now, heal us now. And I'd like to sing this melody of El na refan Allah with you. We sing the Hebrew as the chorus, and the English is the repeat after me part. Refan Alanu. One more time to hear that. Elna Rifanala, Rifanalanu. Try that with me, Elna. Elna Rifanala, Rifanalanu. One more time, sing it out. Elna Rifanala, Rifanalanu. Please repeat after me. It goes like this. Dear God of our ancestors, dear God of our ancestors, help us renew our faith. Help us renew our faith. Grant us a perfect healing. Yeah, don't be shy. Bring peace to all our days. Bring peace. Yeah. Elna Rifanala, Rifanalanu. Let's bring that healing in. Elna. Elna Rifanala, Rifanalanu. Restore our strength of body. Restore. Nice. Help clarify our minds. Refresh our tired spirits. You sound great. Rejuvenate our light. Elna Rifanala, Rifanalanu. Sing it out, Elna. Elna Rifanala, Rifanalanu. Thank you for all these blessings throughout our days and nights. We celebrate the journey, this precious gift of life. Elna Rifanala, Rifanalanu. One more time, Elna. Elna Rifanala, Rifanalanu. Nicely done. Beautiful singing tonight. Now, I get to do something which I don't usually get to do, which is put down my guitar for a second. And when I walk around the building and these preschool kids see me, they look really confused because they really think my guitar is actually attached to my body, but it is not. Shabbat Shalom. There you go. I'm just making sure we're still here. I am very excited to be here with all of you on this Shabbat evening, although sadly our new assistant rabbi, Rabbi Queen, is feeling a little under the weather. So we wish her a healthy and speedy recovery. As I was learning the news that Rabbi Queen cannot join us tonight, my brain immediately thought, oh no, what am I going to do for the Devar? So I got on my iPad, I went onto safaria.org. If you've never been on it, highly recommend it. And I learned that this week's Torah portion is actually a double portion. Matot Maseh. In these final chapters of the book of Numbers, the Torah discusses a number of topics, including the taking and annulling of vows, setting up cities of refuge for accidental manslayers, and the death of Aaron the high priest. However, what caught my eye was a list of places. The Torah states, these were the marches of the Israelites who started out from the land of Egypt, troop by troop, in the charge of Moses and Aaron. Moses recorded the starting points of their various marches as directed by Adonai. Their marches by starting points were as follows. They set out from Ramses in the first month on the 15th day of the first month. It was on the morrow of the Passover offering that the Israelites started out defiantly in plain view of all the Egyptians. The Israelites set out from Ramses and encamped at Sukkot. They set out from Sukkot and encamped at Etam, which is on the edge of the wilderness. They set out from Etam and turned about towards to Pi Hachirot, which faces Baal Zephon. Y'all gonna have to get out like an old map to really get this in your brain here. And they encamped before Migdol. Numbers 33, 1, 7. And so on and so on. Moses records all 42 stops that the Israelites took on their journey from Egypt to the edge of the Promised Land. Each of these stops was significant. And it got me thinking about my own journey to be here with you tonight. And I wanted to share some of those key stops for me along the way. I am a fellow East Coast Jew, born in Philly, but moved to Northern California when I was only 5 years old. And as soon as she could, a few years later, my Jewish educator of a mother immediately sent me off to Jewish summer camp where I would soon find what I felt, that what I was destined to do for a living. Being around 7 years old at the time, this was my first exposure to Jewish camp music. A song leader and their guitar. I will never forget the image I have in my head of watching them lead morning shacharit services to over 500 campers who you could tell there was no place they would rather be. I knew after my first couple summers at URJ Camp Newman in Northern California, that's what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. If I had to choose one person who was the most influential person in getting me here on the Bima with you this evening, that would be my mother. My mother, being the Jewish educator that she is, was really the one who fueled my love for Jewish music. Whether it was taking me to Cage conferences as a kid to learn and play with such Jewish inspirations as Debbie Friedman and Jeff Klepper, or to sending me off to Havana Shira once I finally turned 18, and I never looked back. I fell in love with leading Shabbat services in the evening and the next morning, and I just wanted to learn every prayer and every melody that went with it. From the songs and prayers that the Israelites sang on their journeys to newer melodies written by the next generation of Jewish artists. I started working for BYO and traveling the country almost every weekend as well as 10 weeks in the summer camp, and that was tiring. Though extremely fulfilling at the same time, I found my way here to Boston after I moved here in 2011 to go to Berklee College of Music. It just so happens that a girl I met 3 years prior on an Israel trip also happens to live here in Boston. Well, Needham at the time, because being from California, I would have had no idea where that was or what she was talking about, and also happened to get into Boston University. Besheret? I think so. Fast forward 10 years later, and that girl I met in Israel all those years ago is now my wife, and we just bought a house together in Dedham, and I'm embarrassing her because here she is. Woo! We both have jobs doing what we love to do, and I have to say, I truly couldn't be happier. I wanted to sing and lead people in Jewish music. And I'm proud to say I've succeeded in just that, and it is thanks to all of you, the amazing TOS, TCEE, and ARS family that allows me to do so. I'm not sure what exactly the Israelites thought their ancestors would be doing many generations later, but I'm happy and I'm honored to still be carrying their legacy and the values and the melodies of the Jewish people all these years later. I hope we never get to stop singing together, and I look forward to many more years to come singing here with all of you at TOS. Shabbat Shalom. We turn to page 282 as we rise for the Aleinu. Give me one moment here. Thank you for the nice words in the chat, friends. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ, ומשה יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בפגועי מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אינו, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני melech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad. You may be seated. We turn to page 284 as remember those loved ones who are no longer with us, whether they passed away recently or in years past. If you have someone in your life who's passed away recently or in years past, please share their name aloud or in the chat.
My mother-in-law, Golden, Rico, working her website, and it's coming to the
Zichronam lebracha. Amen. Zichronam lebracha. And Zichronam lebracha. May their memories be for a blessing. Let's see who we have in the chat. Richard Stern, Larry Gein, Reggie Lewis, Richard Stern, Harriet Lewis of Atlanta, Diana, my mother, Evelyn Rose, Alberta, Kate Hoffman, Larry McWilliams. May all the names we've just recited, may their memories be a blessing. Please join me on page 284 as we rise for the Mourner's Kaddish, and I'm doing double duty here, so we have the yurtzeit list on our screen for those of you who have joined us virtually. So please join me on the top of page 286. Whoops, nope, let me take that back, 284. What did I say, 294? Are you correcting me? Thank you, friends. No, that's okay. It's okay. It's all good. I like it. 294, yes, amazing. Thank you. Yitgadal v'yitgadash meraba be'alma divrach chutei ve'al mich malchutei v'chayachon u'vyomechon u'chayei dechol beit Yisrael ba'agala u'vizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi shmei rabba mevarach le'olam ulmei almaya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yithalev v'yithalal shemei dekudasha brichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata damiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav hu ya'aseh shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav hu yaseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. You may be seated. We have some announcements here on Friday. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe I'm about to say the word August. Friday, August 5th at 6 p.m. Erev Shabbat Services with Rabbi Queen here in the chapel and on Zoom. Let's really wish her a speedy recovery, friends. Saturday, August 6th is Tisha B'Av Community Service with Temple Israel, Temple Sinai, and TOS. How exciting. 7:30, light refreshments in the Temple Garden. 8 to 9 p.m. Havdalah and Tisha B'Av service. They will also be streamed on Zoom. Please check your newsletter and the TOS website for more information and to register for in-person events. At the conclusion of tonight's service, please join us for a light oneg in the chapel lobby on the stairs. All right, one of the most amazing things that I've really enjoyed getting to learn about Rabbi Queen, besides the fact that we get to make beautiful music together and sing and play guitar, is that I now have a fellow gluten-free-er. So now I have gluten-free challah, which I am very excited to say the Kiddush over, friends. I know, little things in life, little things in life. So we turn to page 5, grab your challahs if you have them with you, and let's say some, wouldn't that be helpful, Josh? If I did this like 4 times this morning. And I'm always like, all right, kids, what are first? What do we light first? The candles. What do we come second? Every time they yell out challah. And I'm always like, Let's think that again. So I feel like they had invaded my brain, and I am so hungry that I went right to the challah. But friends, we got to do the Kiddush first. So, I know. It's all good. It's Case of the Fridays, as we say. Friends, please join me in Kiddush on page 5 as we say it together. Whoops. Let me stop this screen share here. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho b'ahava uvratzon inchilanu zikaron l'maseh v'reishit Kiru yom techila lemikra'e kodesh zecher letziat Mitzrayim kivanu v'charta ve'otanu kidashta mikol amim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon Inchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat L'chaim. Oh, I totally love when they give me grape juice. You totally didn't hear that. Friends, all right, yes, you heard it. It's the challah. So friends, if you happen to bring a challah with you, go ahead, hold it on up. Friends, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Patei avon, which are my favorite words to hear, which basically means go eat, but not yet. One more song. I like to sandwich it. You know, I always make the mistake of trying to take a bite of challah when I'm leading services. So now you all got to wait 15 seconds while I finish a bite of challah. But turn to page 339, please. And gluten-free challah is as dry as ever. It was a pleasure singing with all of you tonight. I like to start the same way we ended, by singing and bringing in music. Hava Nashira. Hava Nashira, Hava Nashira, Hava Nashira, let us sing. Hava Nashira, Hava Nashira, Hava Nashira, let us sing. Come, let us sing. Come, let us sing. Come, let us sing. Come, let us sing. Hava Nashira. Come, let us sing. Come, let us sing. Come, let us sing. Hava Nashira. One more time, Hava. Hava Nashira, Hava Nashira, Hava Nashira, let us sing. Hava Nashira, Hava Nashira, Hava Nashira, let us sing. Shabbat Shalom, and we're going to say Shabbat Shalom